everyone, it's Sweet Late Roll here, coming at you again with another video. Now, this isn't my normal Mega Bloks review video. In fact, it's something extra special. We teased it last week, and the last video I did, which you should totally go check out by the way. Hey, shameless self-promotion. But yeah, we've got a big project we've been working on for the past little while. Me and the producer of this show, my younger brother, Noah, currently holding the camera.
Yay.
Yay. So we just thought we'd do a reveal for you guys as this project has now entered the pre-alpha, so to speak, phase of we have a layout, we have a template, but it's pretty bare bones. Anyway, right through the store, we're going to show you what we've been working on. I hope you find it enjoyable. Here we go. Oh no, I don't think okay, let's do it. Ready? One. Just count me down, Noah.
1, 2,
3.
3.
Navy SEAL breach! Oh! Yeah. Yeah, we did it. We took like every Mega Bloks Call of Duty set and we've ever collected and we put it on this table right here. We've created the table battlefield. It's insane. Now what you're seeing, as I said, is very bare bones. To answer your question right off the bat, viewer, no, the final product will not look like this. We're actually going to be adding a styrofoam basin, going to hobby shops and getting various modeling supplies to create realistic foliage, and over here like we're going to have a tarmac with concrete. Everything is going to be much more realistic looking, no white flat table and cheesy looking Mega Bloks mountains. Most of this stuff is really just a stand-in, but let's get to the general concept of what we've got going on here. So, have you ever seen the movie Black Hawk Down? Well, in this table design, we have a Black Hawk that has crashed right in the middle, right outside of an enemy base while a war is going on, with the US faction over here fighting the bad guy faction over here. And I say bad guy because they're not Russians, they're not North Koreans, they're just kind of, you know, Op 4. They don't have any nationality, but that's not important. The important thing is that the US here are trying to rescue the crew of the downed Black Hawk while also trying to take over the space. Op 4 is trying to stop them. So let's get into the basics here. The terrain out here is going to be mostly kind of a jungle desert mix. Here is the staging ground. We've got kind of empty space here with the commanders talking. Over to the left here we have the main battle tank firing on the bunker over there. We've got the Jeep right over here, and I say Jeep, not Humvee, because I mean real Humvees aren't missing their entire back section, but we've got some Doges. We've got a care package here. We're going to get a couple more of these care packages and I suppose kind of turn this place into a cargo dump. But here in this empty space we're going to fill it up with the new set that just came out, the Desert Tank, also known as the Bradley, an American armored vehicle that'll, I guess, be providing support. Got, you know, drones, all sorts of drones. Here we have a group of Delta Force guys, all in their kind of more washed out color pattern, juxtaposed with the guys over here with a more sandy colored pattern. These guys are United States Marines. They're the ones trying to pull the Black Hawk out of the wreckage, or the crew out of the Black Hawk wreckage. Over here, just a pile of junk, scrap building, not important. What we've got here is going to be kind of a swamp lake sort of thing with amphibious troops, mostly Navy SEALs landing on the shoreline. Got a couple, I'm going to bring the camera around here, attacking this tank right here. They're climbing in, shooting, probably throwing a grenade. So this whole area is controlled by the US. Basically anything, as you can see, from the Black Hawk down to this structure here, which we've created using 4 of those desert outpost sets kind of squared together. All this is essentially US controlled territory, and anything back beyond there is all Op 4 stuff. Moving past the tank, we've got a squad of US soldiers engaging a squad of bad guys. Again, it's not going to look like this in the final version. They're going to be more scattered, taking cover and whatnot. This is just so I can get a general layout of what it's going to look like when we're done. This here is kind of a He has also a cargo dump for the enemies right underneath the dome battleground set that we got. We got this guy over here on the balcony. Maybe he's the commander, I don't know. Looking over the entire battle with a sentry gun as well, shooting at guys, and a drone flying overhead right here. Now, let's move over here. So as I said, that's all going to be a natural kind of jungle desert sort of mix. But here, this is a tarmac. This is a runway. That's the garage area. All this is going to be concrete paved over. Got a building with a bunch of Ghost Squad guys. I actually don't know if I want them to be Op 4 commandos or United States commandos. But as for now, they're just sitting there because I basically took 2 of those Ghost Repel fighter sets, mushed them together, and put a little bit of that Juggernaut terrain piece in the background there to make it look like a construction site. Got that anti-aircraft gun there. That's a new set that just got released with dividers to kind of keep this area away from the tarmac with the Harrier. Let's come around to the other side of the table now, and we'll show you what we got going on over here. You can see kind of in the Black Hawk by the tail, there's some red buildings, a statue. I actually used a Terminator 2, or not Terminator 2, Terminator Genesis, terrible movie, set to mimic a kind of shiny statue there. Most statues are made of stone, but this one is made of metal, I guess, and he's just a war hero. That's all you need to know. He's kind of doing the Vladimir Lenin pose. But yeah, let's move on around to the other side of the table here. Make sure no other cameraman has enough room.
I have no room.
Yeah, it's a tight squeeze. It's kind of hard to work around in this environment. We still have to clear out this room before we can get things started. Here, this is when things are going to be really thick jungle. We're going to have a bunch of bad guys with a kind of gun emplacement right here, ready to fire on any U.S. soldiers that try and sneak through. Boom, right here, you've seen this one before. The BTR-80, big Russian monster of a vehicle, accompanied by 2 little Russian drones. And, well actually, again, I shouldn't say Russian, these guys don't have any nationality. But in case you haven't seen, visually, I wanted to distinguish the Op 4 from the United States by essentially giving all the bad guys green, so they wear green uniforms, they have green vehicles. Trying to knock over the satellite antenna. They got green vehicles, while the US is all sand colored with tanned vehicles and yeah, kind of washed out clothing schemes. So let's move even further into the corner, past the bunker here. We took this bunker from the old World War II set, and you can actually see how the front of it looks in the mountains if you want to swing the camera around back here. This mountain is, of course, going to be temporary. We're going to use a styrofoam base to create that, make it, make it not look terrible. But next to it, we've just got we got a flying guy. That's a thing that we've got, and he's probably not going to make it into the final build, but he looks cool there. And of course we have the antenna that again is subject to whether or not I want to move it around or not. Let's move back into the corner now, and you can see this is where, look straight down, this is what I was talking about with the garage. We've got motorbikes with guys on them. They won't have guys on them. We've got an artillery piece here shooting out into the open terrain. Moving off to the left here, we have a parked armored car and a Jeep with some stuff in the back. Here, we've got these care packages to kind of outline where the dock will be. And now this will be a boat dock where the enemy's armored boat will be, with a missile system on the back and a guy just riding back there. We've also got the little SEAL sub covered up in a tarp to make it look like, I actually don't even know what we're trying to make it look like. But let's actually bring the camera back over here and I'll show you the front entrance. So the front entrance where the BTR is pulling out, it's the main gate into the base. It's got 2 SAM turrets on either side, one right here and one right here. You can kind of peek over the BTR and see. We've got the main fence gate. In fact, this might actually be easier to show if you just come around the table here. Zoom that camera in. Perfect. So yeah, we've got the main fence from the Arctic Invasion set, that snow colored Jeep that you just saw in the garage. We've painted black. We've got that there. A couple other things. But yeah, mostly this is really all we've got going on right now. It's a pretty bare bones thing, but it's just a massive effort to try and bring this all together. And now, starting this week, we're going to start adding styrofoam and realistic modeling supplies to this whole table to really bring the scene to life. Here's where you guys get to have some involvement, because I wouldn't want to just leave you guys standing in the background. If you have any suggestions on what you think would make a good, little sub-scene in the model, or what, positions of vehicles or buildings do you think could be changed around to a different spot, leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know. Tell us what you think of it. Do you think it's a cool project? Do you think it's, got any potential? We sure do, because we have sunk a lot of time, money, and effort into it. So, yeah, that about wraps it up. This is everything right now. Told you guys it was big, though. It basically takes up the entire room. But from both me and Noah, we just want to say thank you for watching, and have a great day. Please like and subscribe to Self-Promotion.